Michael Jordan has finally found a buyer for his Chicago mansion after a bunch of price drops and after sitting on the market for 12 years. The home at 2700 Point Lane in Highland Park has been in and out of the news this whole time. It's kind of one of the most iconic mansions in the country, but it's like Jordan could not hook a buyer on this one to save his life, with the mansion first listed for $29 million way back in 2012. He ended up dropping it all the way down to $14,855,000 before this buyer finally came to the table. Also, random fun fact, that last asking price, the $14,855,000, adding up those digits results in a sum of 23, Jordan's jersey number, so I guess that price did end up bringing him a little bit of good luck. Today, let's take a look at this house together, which surprisingly I don't think we've ever done here on the channel, and let's try to get to the bottom of why this 56,000 square foot home just took so long to sell. Now first, let's just pull up Zillow to kind of get our bearings and get a feel for the gist of the house, the specs, all that stuff. We got 9 bedrooms, 19 bathrooms in here, 32,000 square feet of living space. The home is sitting on 7.39 acres, huge lot. Out front, we probably got the most recognizable shot here, Michael's jersey number right on the gates. Obviously, the house comes with a basketball court with a Jordan logo right in the center. Nice big home gym. This honestly feels like a commercial gym, and of course, they embedded a little picture of Jordan up here on the TV. He built out this super cool like game/lounge room, and then one shot of the backyard. That's all Zillow gives us for photos. Since there's not a ton of photos on Zillow, what I want to do next is just pull up some highlights from one of Enes's videos. Enes actually had the opportunity to tour this house about a year ago. I'm sure a bunch of you guys already saw this, but let's just check out some of the highlights together real quick.
Today, we're honored to be on the grounds where much of Michael's incredible story took place, to tour a home that played a huge role in its success. And I'm truly humbled beyond words.
What a cool milestone in Enes's career to be able to tour the Michael Jordan mansion, especially knowing that there's only like 6 photos on Zillow. They don't just show this house off to anybody. I will say, just looking at this highlight reel, this house does not feel dated. Like for a home that was built, what, like 30 years ago, architecturally is great. The floor plan seems like it flows pretty good. The finishes inside are all really nice. They don't feel dated at all to me.
We're gonna start our tour with the entry of this property. Nice and spacious. I really like this curved glass block wall, bringing a ton of natural light to the space. Marble floors throughout. We have the staircases going up to the second floor, and these staircases are connected to each other through the bridge that is right above me. And now we have these steps taking us to the formal living room area.
Maybe I spoke a little too soon. The color palette in here does feel a little bit 90s, but it still has a modern vibe. Like, I'm not gonna knock it, it's nice.
Next to the wet bar, we have a half bathroom, all clad with marble, fabricated vanity design that looks gorgeous. And coming back here, right in the center of the room, we got this stunning conference table, leather chairs, modern light fixture above, and we have all these picture windows facing the grounds and the putting green.
That's a common theme so far, is lots of glass, lots of natural light, and the grounds here are so beautiful that you want to show them off. Like, you don't even need art on your walls. Just put a window up and look out at the yard.
All the furniture in this house comes with the sale of this property. The only catch is furniture can never be resold, but other than that, whatever you're seeing in this store, you get with the purchase of this home. So I want to mention that.
That's a very interesting stipulation on the sale. So the furniture is included with the property, but it's never allowed to be resold. So like, what if you just want to buy this house and bring all your own furniture? Then what happens to all this stuff? That's weird.
Taking us to the kitchen, modern cabinetry, floating island right in the center. This is where we have the Gaggenau gas cooktops and the griddle. Above that, you have your commercial vent.
See, this kitchen, you could almost pass this for a brand new 2024 kitchen. Not quite. Yeah, it feels slightly dated, but this is a cool kitchen.
Moving on, next to the kitchen, we have the informal dining area. Round table that sits 8, has a built-in lazy Susan right in the center. Above us, we have this skylight opening, bringing more natural light to the space.
A lot of curved walls and round themes going on throughout this house, from like the office to the library to the dining room. I wonder if that is all like basketball symbolism. I'm sure it is.
Now, we have this opening taking us to the grand family room, massive sectional couch facing the TV, and below the TV, we have a gas fireplace, old stone clad, beautiful wood paneling on the wall, LED lighting, 20-foot high ceilings, sliding glass doors leading you to the backyard. It's just a great space for you to sit down, relax, and enjoy this incredible property.
It's weird to say that a family room with 20-foot ceilings is cozy, but this is a cozy family room. Like, I can definitely picture posting up here and watching some TV. And hey, when all your friends are basketball players, you kind of have to have 20-foot ceilings, right?
I'm currently on an island that is located right in the center of this circular infinity edge pool that was designed to look like a basketball.
This truly is one of the coolest swimming pools that I have ever seen.
This is another great entertainment space, super spacious. We have the seating area here, 110-inch TV, comes with the 2 full bathrooms. We have the first one right here, second one on the other side, super modern, and right in the center we have this skylight roof assembly, bringing a ton of natural light.
This room is amazing. That wood ceiling detail is really nice, and I like how it's polished like high gloss, almost like a basketball court.
This has to be one of the most significant private basketball courts in the United States, if not around the world. I mean, if these walls can talk. They used to have practice sessions here. His teammates used to come here in the morning. Their chef was cooking them breakfast. They were sitting in the pavilion that we just toured, and they were practicing here, enjoying this facility.
How cool is that? So I'm just dying to know how much the buyer cares about these details. Like, are they going to tear this up and repurpose this room? Are they even allowed to do that? Or did like Jordan put some deed restrictions on the property that don't allow them to ever do that? I don't know. I have 1,000 questions and we might not ever know.
We have a bar seating here, down below, built-in seating, and it's all facing the movie theater. I love the trim work around the screen with LED lighting. And above me, we have the famous Jumpman logo, such an iconic brand. And keep in mind, Mr. Jordan built this house in 1995, and he's such a recognized figure that he can't just go in public or go to a movie theater. He has to have these amenities within his home, and this is his entertainment level.
I'm just gonna put the video on mute at this point. Enes goes up to the 2nd floor and he tours the 2nd floor, does a great job here too. So if you guys wanna see more of that, go to his channel. I love how he just basically moves about these homes in what seems like one take. He's like running out of breath at certain points because he's so good at just calling out all those little details. I'm also very curious what the post-production part of this video was. Like, it was probably a lot of back and forth, I would guess, with like the real estate agent and with Michael Jordan's team, since they're so particular about how this house is showcased. But they pulled it off, and I think we all could agree they did a great job. Michael got to enjoy his home for quite a while before he listed it for sale. It was completed in 1994, and he didn't even list it for sale until 2012. But ever since then, I feel like the house has been kind of just sitting there almost as a burden at this point. Like, believe it or not, Jordan still keeps a staff around. I'm assuming just to keep the place clean and to maintain the grounds and all of that stuff. Plus, he's got holding costs. Who knows how much maintenance and utilities are, but he's paying $148,000 per year just in property taxes alone. What? On top of the financial burden, being the owner of the Michael Jordan home means that you're constantly going to have locals and tourists coming up and taking pictures of themselves in front of the famous 23 gate. So that's got to get a little bit annoying and actually might have been a deterrent to potential buyers who just didn't want to live in a tourist attraction. But I don't think that was the only problem here, and that was the only reason why the Michael Jordan house took so long to sell. If you ask the realtors in charge of the home, they'll tell you a few things. Obviously, for one, this house is very personalized to Michael Jordan and his family, so that's going to deter just about everybody right off the bat. Let's put it this way, like if you or I were going to sell our houses, real estate agents recommend that you do completely depersonalize the house before you list it for sale. So remove all your family photos from the walls, take down any trinkets that you picked up on your random vacations, stuff like that. You don't want potential buyers to come walking through their house and feel like they're walking through somebody else's house. You want them to come through their house and be able to picture themselves actually living there. Another factor is that some buyers looked at the mansion and considered converting the estate into like a Michael Jordan museum or a big condo complex or something like that. But there is limited parking and strict zoning laws, so neither one of those plans were happening. You do have to admit though, a Michael Jordan museum would have been pretty cool. The last issue here is obviously the location. The real estate agent Malkin said that Jordan's decision to build a few miles west of Lake Michigan has been a sticking point because most people who spend this much money just want to live waterfront. But take a wild guess as to why Jordan didn't want his house to be sitting on the lake. He's a celebrity. He wanted privacy. Jordan may have got his privacy, but if you look at homes for sale in this Highland Park area, you can see that Michael's house is just way more expensive than anything else in the immediate area by far. Like his house is right here. The neighborhood homes are barely asking over $1 million. And even if you do look over here at the homes that are closer to the water, even these ones are only selling in like the $4 to $5 million range. What I'm wondering when I look at this whole timeline is why Michael Jordan didn't just either A, completely depersonalize the house, remove all of his personal touches, as hard as that would have been for him, or B, why didn't he just aggressively continue to drop the price more and more until he eventually found a buyer? I mean, yeah, nobody wants to lose money on their house, but he also has a net worth of around $3 billion as of the last report. So even if he lost like 5 or 10 million bucks just to eliminate this headache from his life, he could definitely afford to do that. I'm guessing he just stood his ground with that price out of principle alone. All I gotta say is, I think it's super cool that we got to experience this home through Enes's video. Shout out to Enes again. I think without that video, the world would have never seen all of these intimate details of this house. I mean, even the Architectural Digest article that came out the other day said that if you're upset about missing your chance to tour the property, know that it would have been a challenging endeavor anyway, because qualified buyers who did tour the house had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Congratulations to Michael Jordan, and I'll see you next week.